But yeah, see, this is more like a Japanese medium nib. This is a German medium, but you can see that there is a real difference in those mediums. And I also have a Whammy All-Star here that I recently put, I believe I put Ku-Jaku in here recently. Yes, I did. Just had to make sure. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and try the Whammy All-Star, because that's the closest that I can actually have to the Hero. As you can see, they're very similar pens. Anyway, so with that said, here we go. And I think there may be some leftover Noodler's Blue Black that may have mixed in with the color, because it definitely looks a little darker than regular Ku-Jaku. But anyway, because I had Noodler's Blue Black in here before. And actually, I will note that I actually prefer the Hero over the All-Star. I prefer the plastic ABS body over the aluminum. The aluminum just, I don't know, feels weird to me. Okay. So. You can definitely see that the Hero writes thicker than the Whammy. But going between these four, the Hero definitely has the most shading out of all of them because it writes the thickest. There's no doubt about that. And there is definitely a greenish sheen. And that's Ku-Jaku has quickly become one of my favorite inks. My cousin Carly gave this ink to me for Christmas, and I'm forever grateful that she did give it to me, because it's a very welcome addition to the sister ink, Tsukiya, which is also a very good ink. And these inks don't really come cheap either. They're about 28 to 35 bucks a pop, but you definitely get what you pay for. But they're very, very nice. And as you can see, there's definitely more of a lighter bluish green in the ink there than the Tsukiya is darker. The Tsukiya runs on a more blue side, the Ku-Jaku on a more green side, but the two inks are very similar. I think I actually like Ku-Jaku a little bit better, actually, to be honest. And I gotta tell you, I honestly didn't think I was going to. I actually thought I was gonna like Tsukiya better, but Ku-Jaku, I actually think I like a little better. So, but yeah. Great ink, and it's made in Japan. You can't beat that. So anyway, moving on to the TWSBI Eco. Much finer line. Like I said, probably a Japanese medium as opposed to the German medium. So not as much shading, but pretty close. I am actually planning on trying out a TWSBI. I'm actually planning on trying a TWSBI Eco Broad Nib at some point, maybe, and maybe a Monte Verde. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but a Monte Verde Limonada, which is kind of similar to a Whammy Safari or a Hero 359 or a Jinhao 599. Very similar to those. They run for about $28, and I've heard they're really nice, and it's a new line from them, so I might give that a shot. And if I do, I'll do an unboxing video. But anyway, that's to come later when I get it. And anyway, the Pilot Metropolitan medium nib fountain pen has I wrote that, of course, with Ku-Jaku Pilot ink, and that actually worked perfect because it was a Pilot pen with Pilot ink. So that was appropriate enough, and I'd say about the same amount of shading really as the TWSBI. A little bit finer line than the TWSBI, or maybe about the same. It's kind of hard to tell. But these are definitely Japanese mediums, and this is a German medium, obviously, because Whammy is a German company. But the Hero definitely writes the thickest out of all of them. But that's also because it's a cheap copy of a Whammy, so obviously it's gonna write a little bit, probably a little bit thicker. I don't know where my Jinhao X750 is. I haven't been able to find that, so I'm sure it's around here somewhere, but if I do find it, I'll be sure to do a video on it with the Ku-Jaku ink too. And when I get new fountain pens, I'll as always make a video on that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and there will also be some new rail fan videos coming soon, and thanks for watching. Put the lens hood back on there, so there you go.